drives, but I'm just not leaving them out because, Aleah, do you want to do the apple demonstration? We'll do it quick. She has a Instagram page.
This isn't like a community thing. I just put apples sometimes, so I guess if you want to see, it's an apple here, and then I don't know. I have to like find a weak spot. These apples are very mushy, so I think it might like come out and breathe.
Oh yeah, that's some of the juice is coming out already.
You can try to shoulder it.
Yeah, there we go. And that was hard because it was mushy. It was bruised at the top too.
Yeah, it probably was.
Yeah, it was bruised at the top, so that's even harder. Yeah. So the Apple Annihilator is her Instagram page. It starts with the word the Apple Annihilator, and she's with the marching band at the University of Minnesota, so and trombone section leader this year. So, anyways, I want to thank you all for coming. So for my speaking part, I'm going to talk on singing and movement. So I want you to be aware with singing, there's a lot of movement that's happening, right? But sometimes you feel like there's not a lot of movement happening because you're standing, right? We're not moving our limbs. But I want you to get more centered in your body, and I want to talk about the principles of movement that we use in Tai Chi and Qigong, which is about posture. So, as you know, probably, if you don't know, singing is important to have good posture, right? It's good to have your, right, you don't want to be leaning forward, you don't want your diaphragm. So same thing in Tai Chi and Qigong and movement. We want that nice upright posture, having it relax, all our joints are soft, we don't want any tight restrictions, right? Checking in with our bodies. So just become aware in this moment, just noticing how you feel, notice maybe tightening your toes, and then let them relax, softening, tightening the fists, and letting them relax. So we can do that even with our breathing, so right, we can breathe in, tightening them up, and then relaxing. So just noticing that subtle movement that's in our body and within our breath. So where we bring our attention, right, you can either, that helps us breathe either, right? We have to put our attention to relaxing our diaphragm, our body, our lower, to, relax and breathe. And then we just gently tighten up our lower abdomen muscles, our pelvic floor muscles. Just thinking about it is good enough. And then gently relax. So in Tai Chi and Qigong, this is called Dantian breathing, which is called lower. Dantian means container, elixir, in Chinese medicine. So right here is a container, and we're really going to let it relax. Let the belly hang out, and then gently engage the muscles. And let's do that again. Gently relax. And engaging those muscles as we tighten up. Let's do that a few times, just noticing our breath and our body, and noticing the stillness, but then we're not still at the same time, right? We're breathing. That yin and the yang, the balance of the two. And as we put the attention to our breath, we can also think about the intention of putting it into our fingers. So imagine you're putting the attention to your fingers, pointing to the ground. Now paying attention to your breath. And just notice how that feels in our body. Notice how it feels in your toes, your fingers, and feeling that centeredness. You guys are nice and still and relaxed. I love it. Why don't we then also bring it to the other extreme? Do a little shaking and bouncing. So I know you're in a chair. You can bounce in your chair. If you're standing, you can stand up and just bend your knees a little bit, bounce, or lift your heels if you're in a chair. And just feeling that bouncing with your breath. And you can breathe through your nose, out the mouth. And if you want to bounce your wrists and your knees, movement. How does that feel? I love doing this movement. It's commonly done in Spring Forest Qigong. They start with this, which is a very popular form of Qigong here in the Twin Cities, started by Dr. Chu Lin. I think he's an acupuncturist doctor. All right, let's bring the hands up and we'll look really funny. Like we're saying hi to each other. I love it. You guys look good. This is good photo op. Right? We can look funny and laughing. That's good. So noticing our breath and our movement with that. And then we can slowly bring the hands down. And still kind of maybe turning side to side if you can in your chair. And just noticing how that feels in your body. Do you feel that vibration, that movement? So that we kind of like to do that in singing, right? I'm not a singing expert by any means, but I am a Tai Chi instructor, a Qigong instructor, so I'm just trying to attach the principles that I've learned from Tai Chi and Qigong into things that I have learned with singing. So in Tai Chi, we talked about Zane, which is the intention and attention, mental alertness that you need to have with singing as well. But it's the relaxation, and the Chinese word is song, which means relax. So we're going to be relaxing the body, right? Relaxing the diaphragm for good singing and having a good posture. And then you can add outward movements. So that's what I thought. You could do a few community singing songs and sing at the same time, just for fun. There is a song, I'm trying to remember the author's name. I wrote it down just in case I forgot. I'm sure some of you know it's Loosen, Loosen. And I feel like that's a great song for movement. And I think it's by Aleah. Anybody know the last name? Albert, yes. Aleah Albert. And you guys know it. Probably none of you do, and if you don't, that's okay. But join us. So, and we can bounce if you want, or move, see what feels right in your body. So it goes, loosen, loosen, baby. So try it. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry. You don't have to carry the weight of the world and your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. The weight of the world and your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. So from the top, loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. One more time. Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. One more time. I know I said one more time, but it feels good, doesn't it? Loosen, loosen, baby. You don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. All right, beautiful. That's a fun song, isn't it? I'm glad that none of you have heard it before. All right, I have another fun song. It's by Deborah. Be Open, I believe, yeah. But it's by Debbie Brown. Does anybody know her? Oh wow. I think you hear the song and you'll know. So it goes, be open for something wonderful to happen. So that first part. Be open for something wonderful to happen. Be open for the possibilities. Be open for the possibilities. So from the top. Be open for something wonderful to happen. Be open for the possibilities. part goes, I, go back to the beginning. Be open for something wonderful to happen. Be open for the possibilities. Be open for something wonderful to happen. Be open for the possibilities. And then you get to the IA. Let's do some movement. Wonderful, that is Debbie Drumming. So I think she's on the West Coast, very popular. All right, I know it's hard to move and sing at the same time, but as you can see, singing involves a lot of movement in our inner bodies, just like Tai Chi. So I could do one more song with you. I always feel like this is a good Tai Chi song. It's How Bamboo by Jones. What's his first name? Something Jones. Anybody? I think you guys know him, right? Who doesn't know? Okay, Billy Jones. Billy Jones. So, yeah, that's right. Okay. He goes, we are hollow bamboo. We are hollow bamboo. Open up your heart and let the light shine through. Open up your heart and let the light shine through. We'll do that again, all the way through. We are hollow bamboo. Open up your heart and let the light shine through. We are hollow bamboo. Open up your heart and let the light shine through. And the second part goes, and it's hard. If anyone's a hard part, it goes, light shine through. Light shine through. And then to the top, we are hollow bamboo. Open up your heart and let your light shine through. We are hollow bamboo. Open up your heart and let the light shine through. Light shine through. Light shine through. We are hollow bamboo. Open up your heart and let the light shine through. We are hollow bamboo. Open up your heart and let the light shine through. Light shine through. Light shine through. All right, so that's Billy Jones. So that's I don't know if we're doing on time. I don't want to make sure I'm good. All right. Actually, we're right on time. I was going to do a little bit of movement, but that's good. But we got all the songs I was going to cover, which you guys sounded amazing, by the way. Thank you for helping. That, that's high. So, for an alto. Anyways, I'm so glad and grateful for you guys being here. And we're going to have Tefsa come up and speak next. So grateful, conductor, music teacher, everything. You can name it. I don't think there's something that you're not, right? So, well done.
I like to joke around and tell people that I am a recovering choir director. It's been a while since I've done this, and it's a blessing to be here. And I can tell you that I am grateful for this opportunity. So thank you for allowing me. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Can you guys hear me okay?
Should I get closer?
Yeah.
How about that?
Perfect.
So, just hearing us sing just for a little bit, I was like, you know what, this is a good old group of folks in here singing. All right. So, I'm going to do less talking and have us sing a lot more. Is that okay? Yeah. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. Ain't gonna Benjamin Lawson Hooks. And I can tell you that he was a longtime freedom fighter and marched with Dr. King and so many others. And hearing songs like this in my childhood is something that inspired me. And I can tell you that as a part of the Justice Choir movement, this is a song from the Justice Choir songbook. And this is arranged by J. David Moore. So once you feel comfortable enough to sing along, harmonize. Let your harmonies ring in this space. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Keep on walking, keep on talking, marching to freedom. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom. Ain't gonna let racism turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let racism turn me around. Gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom. Ain't gonna let nobody turn. You know that voice. Turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom Oh, that feels good to the business. To share a little bit about myself is, I joked and said that I'm a recovering choir director. I can also tell you I'm a recovering alcoholic. And I recently have experienced my rock bottom. And my rock bottom is, spending time in jail, losing everything. My wife at the time, being able to see my 7-year-old daughter, my college job, all of it. And something that's been able to carry me through has been able to make music. Being able to sing. And never losing sight of that gift that's been given to all of us on this planet. It truly is a gift that all of us have. All of us are singers. And I can tell you that at the time of me waving my hands, there was always a focus of excellence and experiencing what I've experienced now. I reimagine what excellence is. People raising their voices just like what happened now is excellent. And that's fine by me. And I think that takes us into our next song, which is Fine by Me by Andy Grammer. Well, it's fine by me if you never leave. We can stay like this forever. It's fine by me. Well, it's fine by me if you never leave. We can stay like this forever. It's fine by me. Well, it's fine by me if you never leave. We can stay like this forever. It's fine by me. Part 2. Fine, fine, fine. Never, never. Stay, 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 stay. Fine by me. Part 2. Fine, fine, fine. Never, never. Stay, 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 stay. If you never leave, we can stay, we can stay, we can stay, and it's fine by me. Well, it's fine by me. If you never leave, we can stay, we can stay, we can stay, and it's fine by me. One more time. Well, it's fine by me. If you never leave, we can stay, we can stay, we can stay, and it's fine by me. Now, we can pick one of those parts, pick whichever one is your favorite. We're going to start at part 1. It's fine. Everybody in the room singing part 1 together. And then you jump into part 2 or part 3 when we get to the second time through. All right? Well, it's fine. Ready and go. Well, it's fine by me. You never leave. You stay like this forever. It's fine by me. It's fine by me. You never live. You stay, stay, stay forever. It's fine by me. Fine by me. Never leave. We can stay, we can stay, it's fine by me. That's right. Go for it. It's fine by me. One that I was thinking about leaving, but you're going to hear it later. I won't spoil it, but I'm going to change it up right now. And we're going to sing Liberty and Justice for All. Do I have enough time? I have 4 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead. please.
Okay, perfect. 4 minutes to sing. It's from the Justice Choir songbook, Liberty and Justice for All. Let me scroll to my songbook. Let's see. Those words, liberty and justice for all. I don't know about y'all, but I grew up saying the Pledge of Allegiance in school. I'm dating myself right now.
I think they still do, right?
You've done it, raise your hand. You've
Yeah.
also done it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I remember that in the morning time before school started,
yeah.
we had to say the Pledge of Allegiance. And those words right now, liberty and justice for all. That song for all.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I believe will need to happen is that we will need to take our voices to the street and be heard. And we're starting to see that all over the world, all over the country right now, where people are saying, you know what? I'm going to sing. I'm going to march. I'm going to talk. I'm going to demand freedom. I'm going to demand liberty and justice for all.
Yes.
So as we sing these words, sing them with confidence, sing them with courage, sing them with the love in your heart that you are singing for all people on this earth. We are frightened.
We are frightened.
We are angry.
We are angry.
We are rising.
We are rising.
We are hopeful.
We are hopeful.
We are peaceful.
We are peaceful.
We are striving.
We are striving.
Won't stop fighting.
Won't stop fighting.
Won't stop marching.
Won't stop marching.
Won't stop dreaming.
Won't stop dreaming.
I'll point my direction, and then point your direction, and use those outdoor voices when we're singing. Deal? All right. We are frightened.
We are frightened.
We are angry.
We are angry.
We are rising.
We are rising.
We are hopeful.
We are hopeful.
We are peaceful.
We are peaceful.
We are striving.
We are striving.
Won't stop fighting.
Won't stop fighting.
Won't stop marching.
Won't stop marching.
Won't stop dreaming.
Won't stop dreaming.
Won't stop loving.
Won't stop loving.
And proclaiming.
And proclaiming.
And believing.
And believing.
Our voices are united, louder than hate.
Our voices are united, louder than hate.
We are gathered here. We've had all we can take.
We are gathered here. We've had all we can take.
The time has come to hear our call.
The time has come to hear our call.
We're fighting for liberty and justice for all.
We're fighting for liberty and justice for all.
Our voices are united, louder than hate. We are gathered here. We've had all we can take. The time has come, you will hear our call. We're fighting for liberty and justice for all. Our voices are united. 1, 2, 3.
Our voices are united, louder than hate.
We are gathered
Here
We
had all we can take.
The time has come, you will hear our call. We're fighting for liberty and justice for all. Thank you for being here.
Wow. Thank you so much. What a treat. Wow. Thank you. I feel like I've been in a nice bath of sounds. That was gorgeous. All right. Well, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Oh, I feel so good. Let's have our next speaker, Amanda. She's going to talk to us about singing and health. And yeah, thank you for coming. Seeing some new faces. And I'm really grateful for you guys being here. So please welcome Amanda. She sang on the first album.
Thank you, Stephanie, for that warm welcome. My name is Amanda. Is this enough?
I think I'm going to turn it up.
I am a health and wellness coach. Ooh, I can hear it. Hear the mic. Yeah, I can say it right. I am a health and wellness coach and health and wellness coaching. Are we good? Good?
It's happened to me.
I know,
You're doing great.
but I'm okay. You stand right here.
Come a little closer.
Yeah, maybe closer to the mic. There's a
Sure.
Either way.
Awesome.
Okay. Are we good?
Yes.
Okay, all right. My name is Amanda Rollison, and I'm a health and wellness coach. Health and wellness coaching is an intentional conversation and space where we can talk about our health and our bodies and how we can expand that potential. Maybe dream up what you would like your relationship with your body to be like. And I think it's a really powerful thing when people can come together around that conversation. So that's why I got into that. And I also think the power of coming together happens when we sing together in community. So now that we've had these lovely two leaders singing us in song, we've had a great feeling, vibration going on in our body that maybe if you tap in, you can still feel. And Stephanie asked me to talk about health in relation to singing, specifically community singing. And one thing that has fascinated me is the vibration that we experience collectively. And so I tried to research where that vibration is, what it means when we're all experiencing the same vibration, and I couldn't find that. But I did find some really other interesting information. So two parts. I'm going to talk about what's going on in our brains and what's going on in our heart and lung area. So first, in our brain, singing, as opposed to simply speaking, lights up all these different areas of the brain. And how many of you in any of the songs, probably all of the songs that we were just singing, noticed, as Stephanie was talking about, movement in your body? So maybe that's like a tap or a snap. Okay, yeah, and it's kind of automatic, right? You may not even notice at a coffee shop or something, all of a sudden you're tapping along and it's to the rhythm of whatever music is on. So music is activating that motor cortex in our brain, as well as auditory, as we're processing auditorily. Language makes sense, especially if there are words in the music. And but it also connects to our emotional centers, the hippocampus, in the center of your brain. These centers that awaken our emotions and connect us to each other. Also, executive function and control, that's up here in the frontal cortex. We are making choices as we sing, when to come in, what kind of tone, maybe. It might even be kind of subconscious, but that was being enacted. The timing also up there in the executive control, including impulse control, because sometimes you want to come in with that line, but you have to wait for that next beat. So we'll impulse control practice there. Also memory and working memory, as we were just learning our lines in the last few songs, well, all of the songs. There's both the working memory and the memory that is a longer term memory. So how many people can remember a song from when they were single digits and you could like still sing the whole thing? I see lots of hands. And there's something special and precious that is happening in our memory with the song and with the rhythm. And attention centers as well. Additionally, hormones, oxytocin, that's the feel-good love hormone, and our cortisol drops. So those are some hormonal changes, and those are coming from the brain. And we also get an increase in immunoglobulin A, which is like a little immune system boost. So for fighting, all the time our immune system is active in all parts of our body. So we're just filtering in the air that we're breathing, the things going on in our body, and it just gives a little bit of a boost to that system. All of these things are happening while we're singing. And then the most exciting part to me is that our neurons, our neural pathways in our brain, sync up to the rhythm of the music, and they also sync up to each other when we're singing together. And that feedback helps us fall into alignment, and then we can find this steady rhythm. So if you're singing alone, and then there's not a mirror to match with, that sync doesn't quite happen. If there's two people, if there's many people, it grows and grows, that we're all kind of finding the same rhythm and syncing up together on our neuronal network, which is like numerous. It's just forever vast, all these little neurons firing together. And all of those regions that I listed, they light up at different, there's a lot like right here and up front, but there's also some in the back and some in the cerebellum. And I just think it's really cool that all these different parts of the brain are lit up. And then also in our heart and lungs, when we're singing, it's a practice in breath, which I've never thought about it until I was doing some research for this. But we all sing a line and breathe at the same time. And that means that all of us in the room are pretty much breathing on the same schedule. And that helps to regulate our heartbeat. So our hearts end up falling in this rhythm with the rhythm of the music and in rhythm with each other. And we also have an electrical field that extends about 6 feet from our heart. And so that electrical field is on more of an energetic level, but then it's also vibrating and falling into this rhythm that is overlapping with the rhythm that everyone else is. And so since we're not all 6 feet within each other, we are 6 feet within someone, and then we all end up being connected. All this connection. It's really awesome. And then there is, so our heartbeats, our heart rate is lining up, and then we have something called heart rate variability. So our heart rate is changing with the environment, with our circumstances. So if something scary comes, or we hear a loud noise, we go, whoa, and our heart rate changes. And it is healthy, this is a measurable number, to have a wider variance in that heart rate variability. And singing interacts with that heart rate variability to expand it. So that is improving our cardiovascular health in this particular marker. And then it's also, it's like our stress resilience. So when we sing, we are learning we're collectively learning how to adjust this heart rate variability, which allows us to be more resilient when we experience any number of kinds of stresses out in the world. Pat yourself on the back for that one. And we also have numbers on lower blood pressure and lower cortisol, which is the stress hormone. So over time, if you sing regularly in community, you will have a lower resting blood pressure as compared with those who do not. Who knew? And if it couldn't get any better, it also reduces inflammation, which is at the root of all bad things in the body. So I think that singing is really powerful healing mechanism that's going on. So that was the brain and the heart. In that heart, we're connecting the brain, we're all connecting. And then we get to our own connection between our heart and brain, which happens through the vagus nerve. Who's heard of the vagus nerve? Yes, all right. Several of you. If you have not, no worries. It's the mother nerve, as I refer to it, because that helps me understand. So it starts in the back of your head here, at the cerebellum, and it comes down the spine. It's the main nerve, and then all the other nerves like branch out from the vagus nerve. So when you can soothe the vagus nerve, all of the other nerves kind of get that soothing, calming effect as well. And it's also, the vagus nerve is how the heart talks to the brain. So the heart is in this constant communication, and when we're singing with each other, we create this feedback loop of calm by syncing up with the rhythm of the song, syncing up with everyone else in the room, and in the neuronal networks. So we're just in this up and down loop, and this outward loop, and the breathing loop, and there's so much syncopation that it creates a collective autonomic shift in the body. So that is like our unconscious ability to adjust to each other and co-regulate, and in that space we can have a shift in perspective, and that can have to do with the content of the song, or whether that's emotional or tying to memory. So it can look different for each of us, but there's generally this emotional connectivity that is happening as well. And for me, I think that diving into this was just some of the power behind singing, because it does bring that connectivity to each other and within our own bodies in a way that has this rhythm that repeats to us how calm and safe and whole we are. And the research shows how that emotional connection with each other is one of the deepest forms of human bonding that we can experience, and it can help alleviate loneliness and isolation by being part of another group and looking into each other's eyes and seeing that feedback that we're here and safe and contributing to the whole. So I would encourage everyone, when you think about singing and your participation in it, whatever your relationship with singing might be, that there is all of this incredible physiological stuff that is happening. And as we sing later this afternoon, I would encourage you to think about how you might be connecting your heart and your brain with your breathing pattern and your heart rate, and being on that page with everyone else.
That's amazing, thank you. Yeah, if you have any like notes typed up, that'd be awesome to keep.
I don't have anything printed out here with me, but maybe we can get an email.
Yes, send it to me and I can send it out on the, when I send the YouTube links and all that stuff.
Okay.
Sure. Thank you, I loved it, it was cool.
And of course, you're welcome to connect with me and share email contact if you want to. I would love to geek out more about this kind of thing, so don't hold back.
Well, wonderful. We have next Karen Martinson. She's going to help us lead information about nonviolent communication. She's a teacher and she sung on both albums, and really honored to know Karen. And well, after this 30 minutes, we're going to take a break. So heads up if anybody needs to go. All right, Karen. Okay, so.
If you're game, I'd like to talk just for a few minutes about nonviolent communication, and then I have an activity and then a game. So I'll get up and move around a little bit. Oh, I can hear myself a lot better there. Okay, nonviolent communication has changed my life in a lot of ways. So I want to start out by telling you a little story about friend A, who had recently broken up with her boyfriend, and she decided she was going to have a dinner party on the same night as the Super Bowl. And this was one of her strategies for getting over her breakup. And several friends did not attend the party, and she reacted in a similar way to what I was trained to react, is that we should blame and criticize. So she called them to share that they were selfish and her critical thoughts and blame thoughts about them. And so this happened before nonviolent communication, but I can see now, like, I was trained that you have to like figure out who's wrong in the situation. And nonviolent communication helped me see that there is a tragedy here. Like, there was a person who was not very in touch with their needs. They were coming up with strategies to try to meet their needs, but she wasn't aware enough of her needs. And if she had been more aware, then she might have chosen a different evening for her party. And the people who did not attend, were meeting lots of different needs for themselves. So, unfortunately, society, I feel like, trains us to think that being needy is bad. And the truth is, we all have needs, and suppressing them doesn't, or like pushing them down below our awareness doesn't actually help us in any way. And so I'd like us to do a quick activity to maybe celebrate our needs. So I'm going to pass out a need to everybody. And I want you to peek at everybody else's need and see which one you really connect with, and then see if you can broker a trade deal. So once everyone has a need, we'll go and see if we can trade for the one that we really want.
Then you hide.
Great, lucky you. You do not have to make any trade deals you don't want to.
You want people to guess? Maybe they can guess what it is.
No, we'll do a game with it later.
Okay, another game.
Right now, you're just trying to see challenges that speaking to me right now, so I'm going to see if I can trade someone for one that I really want.
I don't know who really wants to be warning.
You can press it out all the way. Oh, is that? Oh, do it. Back a little bit. And then take a shot. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, that's it.
Okay, did anybody experience some frustration at giving your knee back? Some people do not when they switch did anybody experience some frustration at not being able to get the knee that they wanted? Terry. Not being able to find somebody who traded? So imagine how much more difficult it would be if the need was hidden, even from yourself. If it was kind of below your awareness of what you were needing, it would be even harder. But it was kind of fun to get up and move around. So I'd like us to play a little game. We're going to get into small groups of maybe 5, 6. It's not super important, so we're going to get into small groups. Once you are in your group, let's see, Don, would you be willing to play with me for a minute? Wow. Okay. He's going to pick out a need here. Don't tell me what it is. Okay, I'm going to hold it. Have you played this game before?
That's upside down.
Okay, thank you. Perfect. Okay, I have no idea what this need is, and my group is going to give me some clues to see if I can guess what the need is. And I could maybe ask some yes or no questions. Okay. Don, Terry, do you have any? Is there a clue you could give me to help me guess? Comfort is a clue. Okay.
Comfort.
Grasping. I want something.
Finding.
Is it something
Clarity.
I would often find at work?
Clarity.
You could find it at work.
I could maybe find it at work. Is it something I might be looking for in an intimate relationship?
Yes.
Comfort. I'm grasping. I want clarity.
Yes.
Awareness.
A desire for knowledge.
Knowledge and learning.
In that.
In that realm.
I don't.
I don't.
Blank.
Understand? Okay, so if we can get into small groups, I will come around and give a couple needs to your group. You'll look at them, keep them upside down, so that one comes first. That's a challenge.
Let's go. You try to score.
Are you 4? Are you joining us for 5?
Mind if I join you?
Want to do like a chair? I probably shouldn't look at all of them. Which
Yeah.
But I did say.
It's not a good fit. Okay. What's my need? It's not a good fit?
It's a good fit.
It's a good fit?
Very good fit.
It's a good fit? Okay, my need for
Suss out information.
seek out information. Okay. Yes. Okay. That's it? But not understanding. It's understanding. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, he's my mentor, you know.
It's perfect.
Yeah, that's what I was like,
So
yeah,
fitting.
that's perfect.
100%.
Yeah, he's doing me all the videos, talking about editing, all that good stuff. Yeah.
Over the top and just surrounded it.
Being on your own.
Your need for
Freedom.
Independent.
Yeah!
I think I saw it when it came.
I'm gonna have to get going.
You gotta get going soon? Oh,
You
yeah.
know, easy carries, easy play.
It's not like the discount.
I would love to hear from maybe 2 or 3 people how the experience was for you. Can I take the microphone? Is there anybody who's willing to say anything about how the game was for them? I love that in real life we don't have to give up any of our needs. Like we don't have to train like that.
So I noticed that when I see something, is that something that I want, or is that something that the other person wants that I'm providing? And so I'm giving the clues, or it's just like, which is this?
That made it a little tougher to guess. Yeah, because it could be either. It could be a need that you have that you're asking other people to help you with, or it could be a need that they have that you're thinking of helping them with. Yeah. Anybody else willing to say anything about their experiences?
I didn't have a clue as to what I needed, and I still wonder if I do. Hey, I wonder if they know what I need.
Yeah. It can be really challenging when you have a lifetime of kind of disconnecting from your needs. You know, society tells us that we're not supposed to have needs. Or there's like 1 or 2 needs that are acceptable for women and 1 or 2 needs that are acceptable for men.
And we're selfish
And we're selfish if we have needs or ask for them directly. Yeah, which is a sad message because we'd all be a lot happier
that's a new game that she just came up with just for this workshop.
The cries are most delightful. Every time she figured out her name, it goes to mouth.
Wonderful, wonderful. So thank you, everyone. I want to give you a quick, announcement. So we're going to take a 15-minute break. During the break, we're going to make a circle as we're going to get ready for the singing bowls. Unless we want to go outside, but it's probably a better experience inside. So let's do it inside. We're going to form a circle, and then we're going to get ready for drumming. And then there is some breaks for the open mic. I did bring a keyboard. Was anybody hoping for a keyboard for the open mic? If you are, you can still run home and get it. If you're not, then I don't need to bring it because it's a lot of things you got to bring a stand, a bench, keyboard. So if anybody needs a keyboard, let me know. ASAP. And please grab a flyer. Or, all that good stuff that community singing is always fun. So please, yes, what about that?
Are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening? Oh, put your feet down, put your feet on the ground.
Aleah, and I use she, her pronouns.
I'm Will, I use they, their pronouns.
And we have been organizing these pop-up flash mobs since March to do just what Tefsa was talking about earlier, of bringing this awesome community music into the streets, into public spaces, as a chance to both for our own selves practice growing our muscles, doing things with other people, building that trust, and yeah.
Taking risks in public, right? Like we all kind of need to stretch out into how do we connect with each other and be braver and be bolder in public in lots of different ways. And singing is a way to do that. So, surprise, you're not getting a drum circle right now. Thank you, Stephanie, for being in on the surprise.
And the other fun thing we know about singing is it does bring joy and it brings unexpected happiness to people when you see people singing. And so that's the other secret part of our flash mob formula, is to just, in these times it can be a little intense and sometimes discombobulating or painful, to have some opportunity to hear music in spaces. So that's a little bit about our flash mob, and because we're an experiential type crew, we have some questions for you.
So all of you are here probably because you've been singing at least today, but how many of you have actually sang on a regular basis in public, in a singing circle? Yeah. How many of you have ever actually sung in a collective way in public? Okay, there's a lot. And how many of you have been to like an action of some sort, like in the streets, a protest, something like that? Okay, and how many of those have included singing? Okay, yeah. So here we are. So this will be an opportunity for us today to actually just learn a couple songs together and actually practice like stretching our collective muscles together. When we think about a flash mob, we think about it as like a standalone experience where we're coming together for that event, we're learning a couple songs together, we're practicing them, and we're like, how do we be a collective? This is maybe the biggest flash mob that we've gotten to do so far. As in we are about to be the biggest flash mob we've ever done. But how do we like join together and kind of be a collective for this experience and come out and we're taking risks together, not just as individuals, right? It's scary to sing, it's scary to do something in public. It can be, and how do we actually do that as a collective here?
Yeah, so your assignment or mission or invitation, if you choose to accept it, is to actually do a flash mob with us out on the patio, in front of where the people are swimming. Because why not? It's a beautiful day, and it's just it's an invitation. So we're gonna do a couple songs to teach like the group, and actually conveniently, Stephanie led one of them, the Be Opened, and then the other one is the One Foot in Front of the Other that we just sang, Lead with Love. So we'll practice those a little bit, and then if you feel so inspired, we'll do a flash mob on the patio. Okay, so we, like we said, this is an invitation to stretch yourself. It's a little micro dose of, can I do this? And so,
Can we do this?
Can we do this? Can we do this? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Okay, so the first one that we are going to practice, and maybe, do you want to teach it again, the Be Open?
Oh, you go ahead.
Okay, so for those of you who are here at the beginning, it goes like this. Be open for something wonderful to happen. Sing with me. Be open for something wonderful to happen. Be open to possibility. Be open to possibility. Be open for something wonderful to happen. Be open for something wonderful to happen. Be open to possibility. Be open to possibilities. Okay, let's sing that all together. Be open for something wonderful to happen. Be open to possibility. Be open for something wonderful to happen. do the IEAs at the same time as you're singing the Be Open, so be open to that possibility. And that's a song by Debbie Brown, as Stephanie mentioned, and I also wanted to give a shout out. Molly Hartwell was the person who did the Put Your Roots Down original version, and that was an adaptation of Molly Hartwell's song, and then Melanie DeMore wrote One Foot in Front of the Other, or Lead with Love. And that's also a song in the Justice Choir songbook that Tefsa was singing from earlier, which is a really rich resource if you don't already have it on your phone. You should, or at your fingertips, you should definitely check it out. Okay, so let's practice One Foot or Lead with Love one more time, just to, now that you know you're going to be singing it. And then we'll just do a little quick synopsis of how we're going to do the flash mob, and then anyone who wants to can do that with us. So, you gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. One foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. One foot in front of the other and lead with love. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. You're not alone. You're not alone. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. Keep moving on. Keep moving on. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. One foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. One foot in front of the other and lead with love. Lift up your eyes. Lift up your eyes. Don't you despair. Don't you despair. Look up ahead. Look up ahead. The path is there. The path is there. Yeah, you gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. One foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. One foot in front of the other and lead with love. I know you're scared. I know you're scared. And I'm scared too.
And I'm scared too.
But here I am.
But here I am.
Right next to you.
Right next to you.
You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. One foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. One foot in front of the other and lead with love. And lead with love. And lead with What a group. Okay, Will's gonna give some guidance for the next step.
Okay, so do you wanna, do you want to do the what we doing up there?
Oh, yeah. Okay, goodies. So, in the sense of so the place we're gonna do a flash mob is out on the patio, which is right through those doors, okay? And people swimming are not gonna be expecting us. So, who knows how they will react, right? But that's okay, because we're gonna have some fun, and that's the whole point, right? You never know what our actions, how they may impact the people around us in unexpected ways.
There might be a splashback.
No, we won't be in the pool, we'll be outside the fence. And we're just gonna casually mingle, you know, it's like we're taking a break from our tree, right?
Can we get back in the door?
Yeah. Yes, we will be able to get back in the doors. Good question, please, somebody like If you're worried about getting wet, stay on this side, okay? Okay.
Yes, we'll just be out there. We'll kind of be mingling around. The way that we usually start it is
somewhat spontaneously like you already experienced it. Usually we'll get us started, and then folks can just kind of join in as you feel called to start singing. So we'll start with Be Open and end with Lead with Love, and then we'll wrap up and come back inside. And you're getting the really quick version of what we would normally do in terms of practice. Ahead of time, we usually do an hour of practice and then leave an hour for like our flash mob experience. Not that we sing for the whole time, but that there's a little, there's just a little more time to kind of prepare and get in the space. This is like the speed version, speed flash mob. But what I will invite you to do is to just notice like, what we usually invite in is like, what helps you feel more connected to your body when you're singing? So just invite everyone to take a moment to kind of notice, like, when you feel grounded in yourself, how do you know that? Like, do you feel your feet on the ground? I'm often putting it on my chest because like this is a really solid part of my body. So I feel that. So take a moment to notice that. And when you're able to then be connected to yourself, we can connect to each other as a collective, right? So we are singing as a group, we're taking an action together. Yeah, there's not that many people out there, right? But like, it's still a surprise, it's still something new. And you all came here today not really expecting that you were gonna put on a spontaneous little experience for people out there. And so take a moment to just notice like, okay, who am I here with? Can I like find a buddy, just even like to stand next to when I sing, so I like know I'm here with someone. We think about a flash mob kind of like planning an action together. And if we were to do an action together, maybe even a bigger risk-taking action in some form, in the times that we're in, like, what would we need to be able to do that, right? And we need to be taking care of each other. We need to know that we're there with each other. We need to have a buddy. We need to know that our buddy is safe, right? And so, kind of thinking about those things a little bit. And also, like, that we're here together, we're doing good things. So what helps you to look around and make eye contact with people as you're singing and really be here? And then, right, so we'll take a breath into that. So take a breath into the collective that we have. And how does being here in a collective, right, in each of our own bodies, and being here in connection with each other, how does that then help us spread out into the ecosystem around us? Right, so we have these like little layers of connection. We think about our flash mobs less as of a performance and more as like an invitation or an experience as a part of an ecosystem. One of the metaphors that's come up sometimes when we sang is like, we're almost like little mushrooms popping up, like little fruiting bodies popping up out of the ground. But there's a whole network of mycelium that like grows in the soil, right? And the little fruits that pop up, the mushroom, is like a little sudden surprise, like, wow, here's a mushroom. But like, there's a whole network. And so that's kind of like what we're doing when we're in a flash mob. Like, we're out in public, and then, surprise, like there happens to be a little ring of mushrooms that pops up. So if that metaphor works for you, great, take it. If it doesn't, you can ignore me. But thinking about like, how do we really feel ourselves as part of this ecosystem around us? Even if it's like, you know, people in a pool on the other side of the fence, they're still like in an ecosystem with us. And what does it look like to kind of be invitational about our singing, rather than performance, or rather than doing it just for us, right? So it's kind of like the right, what is the right size amount of connection for you today? So those are the invitations for you to just notice as you're trying something out.
Okay, so maybe if you haven't already kind of found a buddy or a little group that you're gonna be doing this with, if you want to, I would recommend doing that now, so you can look around, make eye contact with someone who you're like, hey, let's be a team on this. Okay, so everybody who wants a buddy has a buddy. Anybody who would like a buddy who does not have a buddy yet? We're okay? Okay, there's someone here who is. Come on over, come on over. Yeah? Okay, here we go. We got it. Okay, so the way that we'll do get your attention. Oh yeah, Aleah. Okay, so we'll go out there just like so we're taking a break. And when I start to sing, you can be like, what is happening? You can act like you don't know this is a thing and leave a little space, you know, but you can ready. And so think about, do you want to be right at the beginning? Do you want to be in the middle? Do you want to be towards the end? Based on your own comfort, okay? Any other questions before we just do this and have some fun?
How often do people jump in, and do we expect the swimmers to jump in?
Well, you would be surprised. Actually, almost everyone we've done, there's been people who have sung. Often kids, interestingly, are very intrigued by what's going on, and so...
Are you going to jump in the pool?
Do you put plants out there? So some people will sit out there first.
Yeah, that's fine. We will, yes. When we go out, you can, yeah, some people can stagger out first, other people can come later. So there's like a patio there, it looks like, with maybe some chairs or...
So we're not going into the pool?
No, we will not be in the pool. We're going to be to the right of the pool here, just through these doors. So I think if we go out like we're taking a break from our gathering,
and then we'll come together kind of like and sing, right?
Yeah, we'll
disperse,
slowly...
and you'll hear her singing, and you'll be like, well, hey, right? I'm able to do a flash mob singing with her in April. We were at Minnehaha Falls. So that was kind of where we, she'll just start singing, and we'll take her, and then we'll just kind of start joining her, and we'll sing together. So people from a distance will be watching, but I would say it's kind of you're dispersed, and then you come together, so.
So I have a great idea for a flash song. I was watching Channel 2 a few months ago, and Beaches around, and I was told a story of Beaches. So before they moved out special, they were talking and listened to a song that was done by the Chandeliers. Lollipop.
Oh, yeah. So he has a song to recommend for the next flash mob singing.
Decided to sing together.
Yeah, not today, but in the future. Yeah, thank you, Terry. Yeah, he knows a lot of songs.
All right, well, so we're going to do this. We'll go ahead and go on out. We'll do the flash mob, and then we'll come back in and just do a little debrief about how it was.
Okay. And we'll try to do that, and the next event will be the singing bowls at 4:45. Yeah, close to it. I mean, if we go over, it's just part of lunchtime or dinner time, but that's okay.
Actually, you know what? Sure. Yeah, it came.
One foot in front of the other, and leave
All right.
Here comes trouble, and it wasn't. He just said, what is this about? I said, it's about singing. He goes, that's it? We're like, yeah. He's like, cool, I like singing. I was like, huh. So I was like, please practice.
But the shawl, where's the shawl was dancing? That was beautiful. At the very end, a little baby in pink all the way across the floor.
Separate, and we have to learn how again how to be together. And I think about this a lot. Like singing is actually in all of our bones. It's in all of our lineages. And some people have been intentionally cut off from their cultures and their lineages. And some people have, in our cultures and lineages, speaking for myself as a white person, like cut ourselves off from our own collectivism and singing as part of that. And so this work of kind of reconnecting in lots of ways is it's in all of us. And I do think like even if, you know, the kids respond more quickly because they haven't been programmed out of it for quite as long, right? For those of us in 40-year-old bodies, it like takes a little bit more time to wiggle it back into connection. But yeah, we have to learn again how to be together.
So, sort of going along with that, one of the thoughts that I had when I was up there is how do you convey to the people who are not part of the group that is already doing this, that this is for them too, and that we're inviting them to, if not participate in the singing, you know, that's too much for them to not just think, oh, that's something they're doing, and we're not going to be paying attention to that because it's something they're doing. Because of that sense that you know, those people in these isolating containers.
Yeah. Today was a little bit tricky because of this sort of setup here. Like normally we're in a bigger public space, like a farmer's market, or in the Midtown Global Market, or at Minnehaha Falls, where we're kind of interspersed with other people, and it is a little bit easier to be invitational about it. And it's still hard. Like we're still kind of figuring this out. What we've talked about, and I'll hand the mic over to you in a sec, but is like each flash mob is a little bit of like it's an experiment. Like I love the idea that like in the times that we're in, we need like a million little experiments. And each flash mob really in and of itself is a little standalone experiment. Like we try to think in public, how'd that go? Like how is it to try and take a risk in a like an invitational way? And so part of why we do a debrief afterwards each time is to be like, how was that? What did we learn? What could we have done differently? What does it feel like in a group of 5 or 6 or 7 versus a group of 30 or 40, right? And yeah, I mean, we're all figuring it out. Leah and I are here kind of creating a container for this space, but really the experience is happening together.
So, all which is to say, if you're interested in doing more of this sort of flash mob singing, there is a little sign-up sheet here that I'll put on the table with some other awesome sign-up sheets. And then we also have our email, flashmobsing@gmail, is on this. And this is a QR code to a phenomenal Google Doc that has a million different other singing things that are going on in the community. We're just one of many. So I'll put that over there too. But hope to sing with you again. And yes, one more thing.
I just wanted to respond to your question, Eric. So, like I said, this is my 3rd flash mob. I've sung these songs before, but the first one I did, when I just learned the songs, I was very trained on Aleah. Like, she was my anchor, and I like just stared at her the whole time, mainly because I remember the words. But now that I've done it a few times, and I know the songs, I'm much more comfortable engaging with other people, and I'm less fixated on Aleah and the lyrics. So it gets easier the more you do it, right? Like anything else new that you try.
Bravo to everybody for doing this thing that we did together, a public flash mob. So give yourselves a round of applause.
glad that it worked out. So some of you surprised, raise your hand if you were surprised. Okay, good. Some had a secret, some people knew. But all right, good, wonderful. Well, wonderful. We're moving into some Cathleen. If you want to introduce her, I'll bring the microphone over to you. But we're going to have sound bowls. So Cathleen is a certified music therapist. Yeah, and leads. Yeah, let her talk. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. It's great to be with you all. And thank you, Stephanie, for working me in with the sound bowls. I appreciate it. Yes, I have been a music therapist for 30 years, working in healthcare, working with people with Alzheimer's and dementia, and different levels of functioning and conditions and so forth. But I'm retired from that, and I'm a certified sound healer through the Globe Institute of Sound and Consciousness since August of 2023. And I am the sound healer at the YMCA in Burnsville, providing sound bath meditation classes twice a week, every Tuesday and Thursday mornings for 45 minutes. And the response to that has been so fabulous. I have anywhere from 15 to 22 people per class. So it's really good. People are waking up to sound. Sound has always been around. It's in our walls, which is more chaos. We want stable, consistent sound. Our human voice is the most powerful instrument on the planet for healing and transformation. But we have to be conscious of it and use it consciously. And I'm going to engage you with the bowls as we go on, I'll tell you. But I have some of my own bowls, and I'm also a pianist and a composer. And I love sound, and I want everyone to know about sound and engage in it and benefit from it, because there's so many benefits. As you were saying, the vagus nerve, yes, sound works on a cellular level. And the one thing that I'm doing with my business, which is music for healing, is I'm going in with the sound bowls now to do sound healing with people with Alzheimer's and dementia. Sound is going to be in the very near future the cure for Alzheimer's, because it will break up the tau proteins and the amyloid plaques. The proteins are in the cells, and the amyloid plaques are outside or in between the cells. And that's what causes the short circuit neural things that happen, that create memory loss and things like that. So I am going, and I've got appointments coming up in August, and I'm doing that and promoting my business for that. So I don't know how much time, I've only got 15 minutes. So what else was I going to tell you? So I'm totally on the sound thing and frequency, and our hearing range is about 25 hertz to 17,500 hertz in women. And actually, women can hear higher frequency than men, actually. But you can hear your cat purr at 25 hertz. And 40 hertz is the new thing with Alzheimer's and dementia, to break up, the Alzheimer's. So I'm going to be doing that. So
there's frequencies for any type of sound here.
Yes.
I know, I look at Spotify, there's frequencies for MS.
Yeah. Oh wow. Good. What? Do you remember what it is?
I don't remember. It's on the phone.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you all, and I'm going to do some, just get it going and have you hear that. And what I want you to do is just, this is all about relaxation and calming our nervous systems and just sort of letting go, surrendering into our bodies, and being conscious and present. Don't think about the sound or try to analyze it. I always tell people that, because the Western mind wants to analyze sound. So it's all about relaxation, letting go, surrendering. And then toward the end, I'm going to start singing the Om, which is the primordial sound of
breaths. Relax. Take some deep breaths.
you so much, Cathleen. Beautiful tree, thank you. Let's take that beautiful energy, that healing vibration, and just enjoy that beautiful sound. So thank you, Kelly. All right, we have one more event, that is drumming. So we're gonna go to the polar opposite of which is drumming. So we have drums in the center circle. There's 3 or 4 of them stacked in. We got a lot of shakers and little kid toys. So there should be one for, it's like 40 drums technically when you unstack them. And we're gonna have Deb lead us in drumming in the community. So
I think you guys are going to know I like that. You've been here a while, you're singing in. So we're going to drum first in a couple different ways. Either what you came here to look for or hope to find, maybe you already feel like you drum and now there's going to be sit. So then you'll have to drum for gratitude. But we're drumming for ourselves first round. And what you're hoping, a shift that you're hoping for, gratitude for a shift, gratitude. I'm just happy I didn't get pulled over on the way down, man. All right. And if you haven't drummed before, that's feeling vulnerable too, but you can't do more. One thing is to see if you can hear your neighbor, because if you can't, you're probably drumming too loudly. And then, if you can't hear them because they're so, you can lean in and try to get them to get a little louder too. All right, I'll take a minute here. Drumming for our higher selves.
so there's something really low. So it's quite a treat, and I told my little 2 3/4 granddaughter that, and she put her ear right there to catch, you know, like, you really can't hear it? Really? No. Oh, did you get most of that? Okay. All right, how are we doing for food? One more round, or we got 2? Oh, okay, good. Well, so that felt really good, and I think like gratitude came in there, I thought. And what I thought about next was drumming for Minnesota and Wisconsin, because Wisconsin's right next door. And then you got your Dakotas, and then you got Iowa, and then you got Nebraska and Kansas, and then you got to go to the east and west coast. So maybe just drumming for America. And especially in Minnesota, we've had some really hard break lately. I loved that the dog who got shot was also honored. It was perfect. It was not overdone, but he was included because he was the family dog for the shootings, those shootings. The dog was included also. And you know, it isn't that I had really tracked those people that much myself, but I still heard all their service. You know, nobody really had much of a negative thing to say about that energy in those people. And really, I was think about the daughter who survived, right? And the PTSD of the survivors almost might be harder than the people who travel on. So you can start right here thinking about this locale, and then move on to, you know, the greater St. Paul, Minneapolis, and then just pick. And Alaska and Hawaii get to hang on even though they're not hooked up, right? So, and if you want to trade drums, you could, you know. I mean, do you want to pass it to people to the right? You could. I think Slash is like a little like a middle school kid.
Passing 2 to the right, so 1 more.
2 to the right. If you can, you know, and if you're really in love with what you have, just like that.
Are we on that one?
I felt like that first round got a lot of energy out. Let's bring it down just a little bit to kind of let your brain match it and think about healing your heart a little bit with our disappointments we've had.
Sounds good.
Not everybody will want to appreciate
And just keep a low little rumble here while you think about that. And just send out a blessing to those animals, the trees, the soil, the rhizomes, the funguses that connect everything supposedly now. There's a fungus among us. That's another trouble. And then we're just going to taper off as quietly as you can. In the wintertime, swimming in the Mississippi River, and my dog didn't notice, and no one else was around, so I couldn't ask them if I was hallucinating an otter, even though I was straight, totally straight, but this big otter went up on an iceberg floating down the river and showed me his big long tail, and then he jumped back in, and I never saw him again. That's about 15 years ago. Sometimes people say that might have been your dad. It's like, wow, I wish I would have said something more. But I told him I brushed my teeth or something. He was a dentist. He wouldn't like that, you know. But I don't floss. Oh, even though they keep saying to do that, yes. Too many dogs around. The floss is always kind of fuzzy. Yeah. I would like us to close with a round of peace, and we need to get all the bells circulated for sure. They're in the basket, please. And we'll start out with the bells and the quieter things, and then we'll put in our drums. So the peace that's inner peace becomes outer peace with some luck and some vulnerability, right? You gotta open that heart. Okay, and we have, so our bells, and yes, this is from Pitt. Anybody play Pitt?
What is Italian?
My dad has to have one of these too. When you come in and nobody's in the front, because the dentist and his assistant are in the back drinking coffee, telling jokes and having a good time, you know, building friendships, you know, and then the little bell goes. So report for duty. So this is for inner peace, outer peace, and so the bell people, can you kind of start us? Try just your hand for a little bit, just to keep it really organic, nothing between us and the skin, as it were.
Yeah.
within us with us. If you want to do a little toning of the om or whoever you like, you know, this is what'll open in the heart. That's a didgeridoo-ha, right? Didgeridoo-ha-ra. Huh? Now, at the risk of almost doing a grace, I'm just going to sing the song, which is really vulnerable of me. Peace is the bread we break. Love is a river rolling. Life is a chance we take when we make this earth our home. Gonna make this earth our home.
Thank you. Thank you to Deb. Thank you so much.
That's Fred Small, if you want to look him up. He's quite a history song teller. He writes about the Appaloosa horses that showed up again when the cavalry tried to annihilate them, and he's got Auschwitz. Fred Small, he's a phenomenal Quaker kind of guy.
Wonderful. Thank you, Deb. Wow. That was amazing. I know we